What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create an AI appointment agent on N8N. Let's get started. This is a simple AI appointment agent that I'm going to show you how to create in this video. This automation is triggered after we receive an email from our client. So this could be the example email that we are receiving from a client. Hi Kim, I came across your services and would love to learn more about how you can help. I'm available for a quick call next Wednesday, 10 p.m. EST or Thursday morning. Let me know if that works. So that could be the example email that we are receiving from a client over here. And then the first agent that we are setting up is an AI agent that analyzes the email we received over here. So on this agent, we are analyzing this email by writing this prompt over here. So we're telling the agent you're an AI assistant that analyzes email content to determine if the sender is expressing interest in a call. Your task is to check whether the email contains a request for a meeting, call, or consultation. If the email includes a specific date or time, extract it. If no date or time is mentioned, return no date or time provided. And here we are adding example email content. Hey, I'm interested in discussing your services. Are you available next Tuesday at 3 p.m.? And then here we're writing a response format in JSON and giving an example output in JSON over here. And we're telling the agent that if the email do not indicate interest in the call, return this. And this is the message that we're going to output, no interest in the call. And then we are attaching the email snippet over here. You can see the output over here. The client is interested in a call, date, Wednesday, time, 10 p.m. And here we're also adding agent is outputting that the client wants to learn more about our services. So that is the first agent we are setting. The second agent is a date analyzer agent. So with the input from our email analyzer agent over here, we would like to output only the date and time. So we can see if we have availability on our calendar at that particular time. So the prompt for this agent is on the lines of your task is to analyze the provided text and extract any mentioned date and time. Here we are outlining the instructions, extract the date and time, identify any explicit date, for example, March 5th, or relative dates like next Friday. If only a weekday is mentioned, for example, Friday, determine the next occurrence of that day. If the phrase includes next, for example, next Friday, return the date from the following week. Identify any explicit time, for example, 3 p.m., 2 p.m. in 24 hours, or noon. If no time is mentioned, default to this. And then we're converting the time into ISO format, which is this format over here. We're also telling the agent to not include quotation marks. And here we are outlining the output format, which will be this format over here. We're also including example of inputs and outputs. Input number one, so let's schedule our call for next Wednesday at 3 p.m. The output will be this. The next input could be, can we do the meeting on March 5th at this? And then here you can see we're giving an example output. The third input could be available Friday morning, assuming today is Monday, February 19th, 2025. This will be the output. Input number 4 could be the lines of how about next Friday at noon, assuming today is on Monday, Feb 19th, 2025. This will be the output. And input number 5 could be I'm available in the afternoon, no valid date detected. And then here we are adding our email output from our email analyzer agent over here. And then we're telling the agent to ensure that the output strictly follows this format with no quotation marks. You can see if we had an output from our email, we're only going to output our date and time in this format over here. And then on our calendar, we're checking if we have any availability over here on that date and time, including our start time, which will be our output over here. And then for the end time, it will be 1 hour after the start time. You can see the start time is 2200, while the end time is 2300 over here, using this JSON that we've written over here. And so if we have availability, we are outputting true. And then if it's true, we're going ahead and creating an event on our calendar. Over here, we're grabbing our date that the client would like to schedule a call over here. So we like our call to be half an hour long. If we schedule a call at 6 a.m., the end time of the call will be around 6:30. After we've created an event, we're sending a confirmation email to the client telling them that, great news, we've just scheduled a call for this date as per your selection. You'll receive a calendar invite shortly with all the details. Let me know if anything changes or if you have any questions before our call. Looking forward to speaking with you. Best, Dennis. Over here, if we check on our calendar and we do not have any availability on the call, we're going to send an email to our client telling them that we do not have any availability at that date and time and asking them to recommend another time. So we're going to send them the notification via this email right here, where we're telling them, unfortunately, the time selected is no longer available. I apologize for the inconvenience. Please use this link to choose a new time that works for you. And then here we're going to attach a scheduling link. If you need any help finding a suitable slot, let me know, and I'll be happy to assist. Looking forward to our conversation. Best, Dennis. To test how automation works, I'm going to click on test workflow. You can see our workflow was executed successfully. Here, we received an email from our client telling us that they would like to schedule a call with us at this date and time. We're analyzing the email to check if the email has any date or time in it. And then we're analyzing the date, then checking availability on our calendar, and then creating an event on our calendar and sending a confirmation email. This is the simple AI appointment agent that I'm going to show you how to create in this video. Let's get started. To set up the AI appointment agent, I'm going to start from a blank canvas. Here, I'm going to add the first step. Here, I'm going to choose our email trigger. So I'm going to search for Gmail. On Gmail, I'm going to click on the on message received node over here. You'll need to create a connection between your N8N account and Gmail by clicking on create a new credential. Here, choose the OAuth 2 method, then click on sign in with Google. A new window will be prompted where you choose the account that you'd like to connect to N8N. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close and choose my credential over here. Here you can choose the mode. You can choose to trigger this node after every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, or customize it. For the event type, it will be message received. You can fetch a test over here. You can see we have an email over here that we just received. This was a confirmation email that we sent after we created this event. So I'll click on back. Now that we see that our trigger works, we can now analyze the email that we just received. So here, I'm going to search for AI agent. Click on AI agent right here. For the agents, I'm going to choose the tools agent. So for the source of prompt, I'm going to define below over here. Since I had already written this prompt over here, I'm going to open this prompt and copy this prompt over here. Here, I'll click on expression and come and paste our prompt over here. Click on OK. So you can take a screenshot of this prompt. I rename this agent to email analyzer agent. Then click on rename. We can set up a chat model. I'm going to use OpenAI chat model over here. I'm going to choose GPT 4.0 mini over here. Click on back. For the memory, I'm going to choose window buffer. Now, for a session ID, I'm going to choose to define below. And here we can add this ID over here. You can drag it right there. Click on back. Now, to test if our email analyzer agent works properly, I'm going to send myself an example email over here, similar to this one over here. Click on send. To capture our email, I'll click on test workflow. You can see here, we captured our email, which is this email right here. We're outlining a date and time that we'd like to schedule for a call. Now, on our email analyzer, I'll open it. And you can see it analyzed our email. And it's telling us that the prospect is interested in a call. The date they would like to schedule for a call is Wednesday at this time over here. And then we're having a summary of the call, which is the client wants to learn more about our services over here. Now, since the email analyzer agent works properly, we can analyze the email to extract the date so we can check if we have any availability on our calendar. So here, I'll search for AI agent. Click on AI agent right here. I'm going to choose the tools agent, and then I'm going to choose to define below. I'm going to click on expression, and then here I will add our prompt over here. So on our example, I'll click on the date analyzer agent and open it to copy this prompt over here. So I'll copy it, come and paste it over here. Take a screenshot of this prompt. And then after we've added our prompt over here, we can rename our agent to date time analyzer. Then click on rename. We can test our agent. It's giving us an error because we haven't yet set up our agent over here. So here for the chat model, we're going to use OpenAI. I'm going to choose GPT 4.0 mini. And then for the memory, I'm going to choose window buffer memory. I'm going to choose to define below. And then here, we're going to add our ID over here. We can open our agent and test it. I'll click on test setup. Here, click on output. You can see we're getting our date and time output over here, which is the exact same date and time our client would like to schedule a call. So here, we can check if we have any availability on our calendar. So I'll search for calendar. Click on Google Calendar. Here we can check if we have any availability on our calendar. Now here, you'll also need to create a connection over here by clicking on new credential over here, sign in with your Google account to create a connection between your calendar and N8N. I'm going to close over here, choose the account that I had created over here. Resource is going to be calendar. Operation, we're going to check availability. The calendar, I'm going to choose my calendar over here. For the start time, it's not going to be now, but it will be the time that will be the time the client would like to schedule for a call over here. So that will be the start time. Now for the end time, on our example right here, I have returned this JSON over here. So here I'm creating a new date, which will be this date right here. The client would like to schedule for a call. And then we're getting the time and adding a few hours. So for example, here we're only adding an hour over here to our start time. And the new result will be our end time over here. In case you don't know how to write this JSON, you can use ChatGPT and describe that this is the start time and you like the end time to be 1 hour after the start time. And you can now instruct ChatGPT or any AI tool to write the JSON for you over here. So on our example, I'm going to paste our JSON over here. So you can see if the client wants to schedule a call at 2300, our end time is going to be midnight. And then here, I'm going to click on back to canvas. And then here, if I have any availability, I would like to create an event on our calendar. So on flow, I'm going to click the if node. Here we can execute the previous node over here. First of all, here you can open it. Now to check if we have any availability, we can test it right here. You can see we have availability on our calendar. Because we have an availability on our calendar, we can proceed to create an event. So on our if node, I'll open it. And here we can say that if we have any availability, then here instead of string, we're going to use Boolean and say if our availability is true, we can test it. You can say it says it's true. Now we can proceed to create an event on our calendar. So here, I'll search for calendar. Click on Google Calendar. And then here we are going to choose the create an event node. Yeah, we'd like to create an event. So I'm going to choose my calendar for the start time. Now the start time will be this one over here, the time that the client would like to schedule for the call, which is this time. For the end time, I'm going to copy the JSON that we created on the create an event node over here. Right here. Here's giving us an error because we are trying to refer to this node over here, which is date stroke time. It's not finding the node. So we're going to rename the node over here, which is daytime analyzer. We like the duration of the call to be around 30 minutes. To create the event now, I'm going to click on test step. You can see it created our event over here. This is the start time. And this will be the end time over here. Now, after we've created an event on our calendar, we can send a confirmation email to our client. So to do that here, I'm going to search for Gmail. Click on Gmail. Then here I'm going to click on the send a message node to can add the email address of our client over here. For the email type, I'm going to choose text. And here we can decide to use the email copy from our example. So I'll open this node. We're going to copy the message right here. We'll click on expression. And here, we're going to add our message. This time around, we're going to call our previous node right here, which is this node right here. Now for the subject line, will be this subject line over here. Subject line to the email. To test it, I'll click on test tab. You can see we sent our confirmation email to our client telling them that we've created an event on the date and time that they selected over here. Now, if we do not have any availability on our calendar, we like to also send an email. So here, I'll duplicate this node over here. And now, if we do not have any availability on our calendar, we'd like to send them this message over here. So here, I'll change the prompt. So on our reschedule email, I'll open it and copy this email. Come and paste it right here. Click on back. And for the subject line, you can add the subject line right here. And add our subject line over here. I'm going to click on back to canvas. Now to test if our automation works, I'll send ourselves this email. Instead of Wednesday, we can choose Friday at 8 p.m. Then here we can say or Saturday. Now we can send ourselves this email. Now that we have received our email, I'm going to click on test workflow. You can see our workflow was executed successfully. Here, I'll open, you can see we sent ourselves this email here. I would like to schedule a call on Friday at 8 p.m. or Saturday. We went ahead and analyze our agent over here. You can see the client is interested in a call on Friday, 8 p.m. EST. We also analyze the date and time over here, where we got our output over here. Then we check if we have any availability on our calendar. Turns out we have a spot available. Then we went ahead and created an event on our calendar over here at this time. So this is the start time, this is the end time. And then we sent a confirmation email to our client over here. And this is the confirmation email that we just sent ourselves over here. You can remove this notification on N8N simply by opening our node and click on add option, then append N8N attribution, then click turn this to off. And then here we can test this step. You can see we sent ourselves another email, and this time around the email doesn't have the N8N notification over here. So here we're telling the client that great news, we've scheduled our call for this date as per your selection. Receive our calendar shortly with all the details. Let me know if anything changes or if you have any questions available for our call. Looking forward to speaking with you. Best, Dennis. Now, when we open our Google Calendar, you can see we created our event over here. So on Saturday, March 1st, 4 a.m. to 4:26 a.m., which is the same time that we created our event. Start time is 4 a.m. and time is 4:26 a.m. over here. Same on our calendar over here. On our availability node, if we open this, and here we just chose a fixed date and time. For example, let's say a date in a post. And then time, you can choose to the reset value right here and click on test tab. You can see the availability is false. Now, if we try and test our workflow, you can see our availability is false. And now we are sending the reschedule email to our client. Here you can see we sent our client this email notification right here. We're returning them. Unfortunately, the time you selected is no longer available. I apologize for the inconvenience. Please use this link to choose a new time that works best for you. So here we're going to attach a Calendly link for them to schedule for a time on our calendar. If you need any help finding a suitable slot, let me know, and I'll be happy to assist you. Looking forward to our conversation. Dennis, right here. So our AI appointment agent works perfectly right here. So here, I'll choose to rename this to reschedule email right here. And here, I'll rename this to here. I'll rename this node to create event over here. Here, I'll rename this node to confirmation email. Click on rename. You can rename this node to check availability. Then click on rename over here. So here I'll open it, and instead of adding a dummy end time, we're going to add our end time over here. I'm going to choose our expression, just to delete this, and add our output date and time over here. Click on back. To test it one last time, I'll click on test workflow. You can see that our AI appointment agent works perfectly. Here we are getting an email that our client sent to us in our inbox. Then we are analyzing the email using the email analyzer agent. On the email, we are extracting the date and time, which we are analyzing using the date and time analyzer agent. Then with our date and time, we're checking if we have any availability on that date and time. Then if we have any availability, we are creating an event. and sending a confirmation email to our client. Then if we do not have any availability on our calendar, we are sending a reschedule email to our client. Now, if you have an automation or an agent that you'd like for me to create on N8N, just comment down below in the comment section. If I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire automation or AI agent from scratch. But for now, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.